All right, hello again. Computer Studies 10. We are going to be making it so that tanks cannot go through walls. We are not making a ghost battle game, although now that sounds really fun now that I say it out loud. But we want to make sure our tanks can't go through those walls or whatever your characters are. So right now I can drive through a wall, I can shoot through a wall. It's very not. It's very ghost-like. So we don't want that. Right now, I have a terrible map. This is not a good map, so please don't use this as an example. I just drew it as hastily as I could, and I do want you to choose colors that aren't in your characters if you can. It makes the collision detection a lot easier. Not easier, but like not gonna conflict with other parts of your game. So try to choose colors that aren't in your characters. So, for example, I didn't make the walls black because there's black in the tank sprites, and I didn't use green or red either because that would be, potentially interfering with future parts. So what I did is I used purple because there's no purple in those, and that's great. So I want this dark purple set of rectangles to be like a wall that I cannot go through. So how do I do that? It's all going to be inside of the green tank. You might think, well, I want to make them walls, so I'm going to program this stage to make them walls. But actually what you're going to do is you're going to program the tanks to think of that particular color as impassable terrain. And the way you do that is by using sensing blocks. And if you check out sensing, there's some lovely color sensing. So we have this one right here. This one detects if any pixel on your sprite is touching a particular color. That's the one we're actually going to use. The second one is also useful. It detects if any pixels of this color on your sprite are touching that color. That's not what we want to do this time around, but in the future we might find that useful. The second one is useful for detecting if a particular part of your sprite is touching a color. So maybe you want to make it so that there's like a vulnerable part of your tank that you have to shoot as opposed to like the entire tank, or something like that. But right now we want to see if any part, stop clicking, if any part of the tank is touching the wall. We don't want to drive through it. So that's the story. So we're going to use this, and we're going to combine it with an if statement. And basically every time we move, so if when I press the up arrow, if I move and end up hitting a purple pixel, then I want to undo my move because that means I hit a wall. Same thing if I turn. If I turn into a purple pixel, if I turn and hit a purple pixel of that particular shade of the wall, then I want to undo the rotation as well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build that if statement right here. I'm going to zoom out a bit so you can see what's going on. And I'm going to use the eyedropper to just grab that wall color. Okay, and then I'm going to make an if statement. So I need control if. And this is going to get slotted into all the different places in this script. So I'm going to move 3 steps, and then I'm going to see, oh, did I hit a pixel? And then I'll undo it. So I'm going to stick that if statement here. It's easy to like get them tangled. You can see how there's all sorts of ways to configure it. So you got to make sure this if is just inside that if. Do you see how that works? Easy to get them tangled, and it's quite possible you will tangle them. If you do, it's not a big deal. We can untangle them. So this is the structure here. Oh, I guess I don't have to duplicate it. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so what goes inside the if statement? Basically just the reverse of whatever we did to touch the purple pixel, right? If we move 3 steps and we touch the purple pixel, well, I guess we should probably move back 3 steps. And I guess we'll do the other one here. If we moved back 3 steps and hit a purple pixel, then I should move forward 3 steps. So basically that prevents me from like driving over. Does it work? Let's see. Bonk. See, look at that. As soon as a pixel hits, I can't go through. If I try to back into it, bonk. Like I just can't. I just can't do it. Doesn't let me go through. But look, I can rotate into it. So watch this. I can go over here, and now I can rotate. And then that's all sorts of weird because now I'm stuck on the wall until I rotate out. So I want to do the same thing for rotations. If I turn, counterclockwise 5 degrees and I hit the wall, then I want to turn counterclockwise -5 degrees. Or you could turn clockwise 5 degrees. It's up to you. I'm too lazy to go and find the script, so I'm just going to duplicate. I don't know if this is actually faster or not, but I don't know. It's easier in my brain. So -5. So just undo. So now if I go and like try to like turn into this wall, like, can't get into it, blurg. Like it just won't let me go in. So this terrain has become impassable now, and that's what we were going for. Notice I can still shoot through. Oh dear, I can shoot through. So what are we gonna do? Well, the bullet, we can make it stop, if we touch an edge or we touch that purple color. So why don't I go borrow this touching color, drop it over here, and I want to like have like either one be the thing that stops this loop. So what I'll do is I'll grab from operators an OR block. We have a bunch of logic operators, and, or, and not. Very powerful and useful things for combining multiple conditions in different ways. So I want to make sure I stop flying if I hit the edge or if I hit the wall color. So if I start that, now I can't shoot through the wall. Oh my. You might wonder, hey, in that demo over here, I can shoot through the wall. I don't know how to show that. Oh, oops. Yeah, I am able to shoot through the wall in like kind of fun ways, right? How does that work? Well, guess what? I'm being very tricky. Here's my bullet sprite. And my bullet sprite just has a costume that's called the explosion costume. That's the color of the ground. And when I hit the wall, I don't just delete the sprite. I switch to that costume, and then I use stamp to stamp that color onto the background, which is what makes it look like the wall's been eaten away. Ha-ha! Good thinking, hey? I like it a lot. So you can do a similar thing. So you would stick that code in here. Draw a costume that is the ground color. It may be slightly larger than the bullet itself. However you want to make it is your call. And then you can switch to the costume and then stamp. Don't forget that stamp is actually a pen tool thing. So you actually have to go down to this little code library button. So add extension, and you can go and add the pen, and then you get access to stamp. So that's going to be fun. I'll leave it to you to figure that one out. I think you'll have a great time with it. All right. Thank you so much. Have yourself a great day. I don't think I can stop it yet. My hotkeys are down. Bye, everybody.